Hey guys, today's video is a get ready with me / Q&A. I'm answering the questions you sent me on Instagram and Twitter while I get ready and do like my go-to eyeshadow look. So if you have ever commented, can you do a tutorial on that eyeshadow look? This is definitely the eyeshadow I was wearing, and all the products that I use will be linked below because I didn't talk about them because I was answering questions. I also showed you how I do my ponytail with extensions. I have Irresistible Me Platinum Blonde extensions in right now, but my ponytail is super full and voluminous, so I teach you how you can do a ponytail while wearing extensions, because you have to do it like a little bit differently. You don't just apply your extensions as you usually would and then make a ponytail, because you'll have like a lot of bumps here. You have to do it differently if you want to wear your hair up. But that's all the talking I have to do right now, so if you want to see how I got this look and listen to my answers about some law school questions, then just keep on watching. Okay, we're going to first start off by doing hair, so the hair is out of the way. Clearly my hair is a mess right now. So I'm going to be teaching you how to do a ponytail with extensions. I actually just got extensions from Irresistible Me. I'll have those linked down below and everything like that. Okay, so first I'm just going to start off by spraying some dry shampoo. Obviously, because my hair is pretty dirty, but now that I have short or on the shorter side of hair, my ponytails just aren't as dramatic or beautiful. We have our hair all brushed out, so what I do is I section off like a little piece in the crown area, like so. It can be messy because it's going to be covered with your other hair, so don't worry if it's not like an even section, and I just brush it. So a section about this size is way more than enough hair. You just want to have enough that you can make a ponytail in the center of your head. And I know it looks kind of ridiculous right now, but it will get better. So just tighten up that ponytail and just wait 1 second. So we're going to start off with a 4-clip weft, and this is their signature 4-clip weft. It's really thick and voluminous. You can actually buy this separately because so many people like this specific weft of hair. It's really thick at the top, and I like this because it creates a lot of volume around the base of your ponytail. So you just got to put these in. So you unclip your clips, and you want to face it backwards. And just clip it along this base area of your ponytail. So 2 will be right in the front, and then pull them around as far as you can and clip the other 2 right there. So obviously this looks ridiculous right now, but it actually ends up coming together really well and looks really pretty. So now I'm going to take a 3-clip weft, and I'm just going to flip my ponytail upside down and put this weft, the clips facing upwards, on the underside of my ponytail. Like that. Now I obviously don't look very normal, but it's going to come together. So I flip it around, and you can add as many wefts as you want. It just depends on how thick you want your ponytail to be. So I think I'm just going to add 2 more. So a 2-clip on this side and a 2-clip on this side. So now that you have all this hair in, it's easiest to stand up and flip your head over. So now all your hair is going in the right direction. It's really hard to show you this on camera. You're just going to make sure you have hair coming around back and hair in the front. Gather it into a ponytail, and with your hair tie, wrap it around and just make your regular ponytail. I can only do it twice because there's so much hair involved here, but I just tighten it up. I like when my ponytails like stick up from the back so I don't look bald like if I were to take a picture. And then I just pull some hair up. I pull hair down on the sides. And now you have a really thick and gorgeous ponytail. Like, I'm obsessed with this look. I wear it out and it's seamless. Like, there's absolutely no clip showing because you have your hair from the outer part of your head covering the clips. My extensions are the Royal Remy hair, and I believe they're 16 inches. If not, they're 18. I'll have it on the screen. And I have them in platinum blonde. So the color is pretty much identical to my hair, so I don't really have to worry about that. My hair is currently very thin because I obviously bleach my hair and I've been under a lot of stress from school, so these extensions kind of help me out with my ponytails because they give me a little bit more body. So you get the really thick 4-clip weft, and then you get a whole bunch of other wefts so you can create really thick and voluminous hair. But let's move on to the Q&A and get ready with me. I'm just going to open up my Instagram DMs as I usually do. I try to get through as many questions as possible, but I don't always answer all the questions just if they overlap or I just don't happen to get to all of them. First of all, I'm going to start off with eyebrows, and my eyebrow routine has not changed. It is the Anastasia pomade in blonde, and I'm not really going to talk about what I'm doing necessarily unless I feel like I have to say something about it. Everything will be linked down below that I use in this video. The first question I got is, will you apply for a summer job or internship? If so, what kind, or where would you like to work? So I was going to say interning, but I guess it's really a job. I do have a job / internship this summer. I am going back to where I used to work before I started law school. I worked at a title insurance agency for about 4 or 5 years before I started law school. I started at the end of my senior year of high school and worked there right up until law school started. So if you guys aren't aware of what title insurance is, it involves real estate law. So I will be doing more real estate law. When I worked there before, I didn't do anything legal related, really. I got a lot of this question, so I'll answer it first. Do I think you should take a gap year to have a job, or should you just go right to law school? And I think that depends on the situation you're in. If you want to take time off, like if you're not sure that you want to go to law school or you want to save up some money, it doesn't harm you in any way to take a year off. A lot of people in my section took a year off, or they're a few years older, or they're like full-grown adults. I don't consider myself an adult yet. I feel like they're like actually adults, and I don't think it harms you in any way. So I think it just depends on your situation. If taking a year off would help you, then take a year off. But if you don't feel like you have to take a year off, I would say go straight to law school. She also asked, I know you're going to be a defense attorney, but do you believe a little bit of bias is useful or harmful in a case? I want to be a prosecutor, but I obviously don't want to ruin someone's life because of it. Okay. I've gotten stuff like this so many times. So first of all, in criminal trials, you need a defense attorney. You are innocent in American law until you're proven guilty. So how are we not going to have any defense attorneys? Because then basically, if you get arrested for something and you're brought to trial, you're guilty. Basically, that's what it would be like if there was no defense attorneys. And I don't think you should be wary of being a prosecutor for the same reasons, because if someone did do the crime, they have to do the time. That was so cheesy, but it's true. If they committed the crime, you just have to do your best to make sure they get the sentencing that they need or deserve. The next question is, what is your current favorite Starbucks drink? I have been loving the blonde roast espresso from Starbucks. It is amazing, so good, and I usually get a skinny iced caramel macchiato with blonde espresso. What do you love most about law school, and what do you like the least? I always find this question so hard because I'm just not sure. I think what I like the most about law school is that I am fully and 100% in love with what I'm studying. Like 100%, I know I want to be a lawyer. I know there's like that quote, when you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. But that's how I feel about school. Like I'm studying what I love, so it's like not horrible for me, or it's not work. And what do I like the least? I think what I like the least currently is just that it's the end of the semester and I'm starting to get stressed out about finals and worrying about my grades, and I'm worrying about what classes I'm going to take next semester, and am I going to get an internship like for the fall. It's just like an ongoing stressful situation, you know, like it never comes to an end. And I don't love that. But again, since I love law school and I love learning about the law, it's not terrible. If you could restart your first year of law school, what would you tell yourself or do anything differently? I honestly don't think that I would do anything differently. I just don't really think there's anything I would change. I think my first semester went really well. I did well on my finals, and like it was a really good semester. I really loved it. So I don't really think there's anything that I would do differently. I really enjoyed the first semester, and I don't know, it was good. What is one aspect of law school that surprised you coming in for better or worse? I don't know. I don't feel like I was really surprised by anything, only because I didn't really have that many expectations going in. I would say the workload is less than what I expected, because the one thing that I heard from people was, oh, like, be prepared to read for like 10 hours a day. Be prepared. You're never going to get out of your textbook. But it really wasn't like that for me. And it's either because I'm a fast reader, or I have good time management, or my professors just didn't assign a lot of reading. I don't know. Maybe it was a combination of all three. I would say what I was surprised most by was that it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. Can you talk more about your weight loss / healthy living journey while in law school? The beginning of law school, like the first 2 semesters, I honestly just ate like crap because it was like such a new environment for me. I was just eating poorly because I wasn't used to like not having a fridge or not being able to bring like a salad, because obviously by the time it was lunch time, like the salad would be warm. I think at first it was hard because I was still trying to follow the eating schedule that I followed in the summer at my office job, which was like I could eat a salad or whatever whenever I wanted. So it was definitely harder to adjust to eating like 3 small meals during the day and then eating like dinner when I got home. But now that's what I do, is I just eat smaller meals more often during the day. So how do you stay so focused and determined? I'm a mom and a working paralegal trying to finish my bachelor's degree, and law school is my dream, but sometimes I find myself so discouraged. Is it normal to feel a little scared to make the jump? 100%, it is so normal to be afraid to make that jump to go to law school, especially because you know, you have people relying on you as a mother. So I can totally understand the nerves, and I can totally understand being discouraged or unmotivated just because you have so much going on. For me, when I feel unmotivated, I either take a break, you know, like give myself a mental day off where I'm not focusing on schoolwork, and come back to it the next day. And if I'm just feeling discouraged because I'm being lazy, I literally just force myself to do the work, because at the end of the day, I feel like I say this all the time, but at the end of the day, no one's going to force you to do it. Like, professors will not hound you to study or do your case briefs, but it all matters when it comes down to the test. So you just have to force yourself to do it. I think the big difference in the people who end up finishing law school or finishing med school or, you know, becoming very successful in whatever field it may be, are the people who push themselves to do things, and people who are motivated and find that motivation within themselves, and they don't need to be forced by like a professor or another person. What are you most excited for in the future? I'm most excited for just like finding out what I'm going to do, because I have an idea of what I want to do. A lot of you know I want to be a criminal defense attorney, and then I also really want to get into like appellate law and constitutional law and eventually politics. Like, I just have so many things that I want to do, and I just can't wait to like see what I end up doing. I don't have any specific like timeline goals of when I want to do what, but I think it'll be interesting to see when I graduate law school what kind of law I'll practice. Like, will I end up in criminal law, or will I end up doing something else? Because right now I just find so many areas of law interesting. The only law so far that I don't find interesting at all is torts. I just think they're so boring. I just don't like torts. Okay, is it really difficult to get a scholarship, and what extra and apart from studies do you need to get a scholarship? Okay, so this is different for every single school. So I can't say what the qualifications are, but there are scholarships that have nothing to do with your grades. It could be like volunteer work you've done, or diversity, or I don't know, like anything. And then there's merit scholarships, which are solely based on grades. So obviously the higher grades you have and the higher LSAT score, I'm assuming that also goes into it, the more money you'll get. So if you need more money, you should focus on getting a higher LSAT score, having a higher GPA, because law school in America is so expensive, like insanely expensive. Would you ever get a tattoo? What design and where on your body? But at this point in my life, I feel like I really don't want a tattoo. There's nothing I could think of that's significant enough for me to want to put on my body permanently. Like maybe I'd get like a cute little thing, but nowhere it would be visible. And I don't know, like I would only do it if I just found myself in a tattoo parlor and it was like $30. Like I wouldn't just, I don't know, it's not something I would like spend my money on, I guess. So how have you changed since starting law school? Part of me feels like I haven't changed at all, because I still go out and have fun with my friends. I still make YouTube videos. Like I still live pretty much the same life that I lived before law school. I just have less free time. But I guess law school has definitely made me more serious. Like I just take my grades very seriously. I take my future very seriously. I don't know, I think it just made me value my grades and my future more, because every grade I get affects my future. Okay, this question is there a lot of competition to get into law schools in today's time? As a current undergrad on track for law school, I'm worried that majoring in poli-sci or crim is too basic or simple and not competitive enough. Getting into law school is really competitive, but I think it matters less about what your actual major was and more about what your grades are. So if you majored in poli-sci but you had like a 3.0 GPA, or you majored in business and you had a 3.7, like it doesn't specifically matter what your major was. It matters more what your grades are. Like major in what interests you, because you don't have to go to law school with a specific major in anything. The last question is from my Twitter account, because I never take questions from my Twitter account. I just always forget. I don't know. The question was, what is your favorite part of being a YouTuber? And I really like that question. I've never been asked that, I don't think. I think my favorite part is, this is going to sound like so cliche, and it's like what every YouTuber says, but it's, I guess, because it's true. My favorite part is just being able to interact with you guys. All the years I was doing YouTube with like little to no subscribers or very little interaction on my channel, all I wanted to do was for someone to watch my video and for me to like be able to comment back to all these people. That's all I ever wanted from YouTube. And now that I have that, it's just, that's like exactly what I wanted. I love waking up in the morning and reading my comments, and after I upload a new video, logging on and answering questions and just talking to you guys. I love that you're like involved in my life and you know what I do for like fun, and you just like know things about my life. I just love talking to you guys. So I think that's my favorite part. And I love to vlog. Like, I don't know why, but I just love to vlog. I would vlog every day if my life wasn't so boring. So that is it for today's Q&A Get Ready With Me video. I hope you enjoyed. Everything I used will be linked down below, from the hair extensions to the lipstick. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so I know I should be doing more Get Ready With Me's or more Q&As. If you have any questions that I didn't answer, leave them down below, and as always, I will respond. Subscribe to my channel if you aren't, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye.
I don't know what you've been told, but this guy right here's gonna rule the world.